A router can betray its secrets without malware. It may only need to obey an exposed management command. In a July 2026 advisory, joint agencies described poorly configured routers copying their configurations to external systems. This is not a universal zero-day. It is a legitimate control plane turned into an attack path. The agencies say Russian FSB Center 16 actors continue targeting poorly configured and vulnerable devices worldwide. Communications, energy, finance, government, and healthcare are among the sectors most at risk. An earlier FBI notice reported configuration collection from thousands of networking devices associated with U.S. critical infrastructure entities during the previous year. These are agency findings, not our independent attribution. SNMP is a management system. A manager makes requests. An agent runs on the device. The Management Information Base, or MIB, is its catalog of managed objects. An object identifier, or OID, is the address of one object or operation. A GET request reads state. A SET request asks the agent to change it. That right path helps administrators, but becomes dangerous when exposed and weakly authorized. SNMP versions 1 and 2 can use shared community strings. A common or default string with read-write access may let a sensitive SET request through. The chain has 5 links. Actors find a reachable SNMP agent, commonly on UDP port 161. A poorly configured router accepts a common or default community string with write access. A SET request points through sensitive OIDs to a configuration copy function. The router writes a file such as config.bkp, then transfers it to external infrastructure, typically with TFTP on UDP port 69 or through FTP infrastructure. The router does not need a new malware program for this path. Its built-in management features perform the copy and transfer. Northstar Clinic is fictional, but the chain is realistic. Its router exposes management to the internet. Weak read-write access lets a SET request reach the configuration copy function. The router creates config.bkp and sends it outside. The file contains placeholder account hashes, interface names, routes, and management addresses. A real configuration may expose weak credentials and a network map. The FBI says collected configurations supported reconnaissance, and some were modified for unauthorized access. Rewind. Remove public management exposure. Allow SNMP only from approved management hosts, preferably out of band. Move to SNMP v3 authPriv. Separate read and write roles, and allow only needed OIDs. Restrict unneeded TFTP and smart install traffic. Alert on sensitive SET requests, configuration changes, unusual local accounts, and unexpected file transfer egress. SNMP v3 authPriv adds authentication and encryption, replacing the shared string model of versions 1 and 2. But version 3 alone is not enough. The NSA also recommends least privilege, separate read and write roles, MIB allow listing, management ACLs, out-of-band management, and software updates. Protocol hardening does not patch old vulnerabilities or disable unsafe services. The advisory names Cisco's Smart Install and older CVEs in adjacent paths. Update supported firmware and retire end-of-life hardware. A rushed migration can break monitoring. Some older devices or software may not support authPriv. The NSA says they should be upgraded. Inventory pullers, traps, write workflows, and device support. Test MIB views. Rotate credentials. Stage the cutover, then remove insecure fallbacks. Port blocking is context dependent. The advisory says deny external management traffic unless mission critical, with strict monitoring when blocking is not feasible. Remember the chain. Exposed management, weak write access, sensitive OID, configuration copy, then outbound transfer. Break more than one edge. Run the 10-minute audit in the description and schedule the fixes you find. For guided practice, explore tertiary courses WSQ-funded training.